Okay, right. So we have got these pair of simultaneous equations. We know we have got several methods: elimination, substitution, graphical method. Here we'll be using the matrix method, solving simultaneous equations by the matrix method. To solve a simultaneous equation using the matrix method, the variables must be aligned. If you start with the x value, you should always start with the x variable. And then the next variable will be y variable. And they should take that order. On the left side, it should be the variable terms. On the right side, it should be the constants only. If there is a variable on the right side, you take it to the left side. Right, so once you have these, you are going to take the coefficients. Where there is no number like it here, it is 1. There is a 1 here. So you take the coefficients, those numbers that are in front of variables. And then this is -2, this is -1, this is 3. You enclose them in matrix form, write them in X form. Then you multiply by the variable xy equals 112. The numbers that are on the right side, the constants, they form a matrix on the right side. Once you have this, to solve this using the matrix method, you find the inverse of this matrix. So you would say, let A equals 4 minus 2 minus 1, 3. Then the determinant of matrix A, to find the inverse, you have to find the determinant first. So this is 4 times 3 minus 2 times -1. This is 12 minus 2, which is 10. So this is the determinant. Therefore, the inverse of matrix A is 1/10. You take the reciprocal of the determinant, which is 1/10. Then you multiply by, you interchange these numbers. 3 comes here, 4 goes down there. Change the signs. This is 2, this is 1. So you swap the numbers in the leading diagonal and change the signs of numbers in the other diagonal. That is the inverse. Once you have this inverse, you multiply both. You multiply on the left side of the equal sign. You use this inverse to multiply on the left side of each equal sign. In other words, you place the inverse on the left side of the equal sign in the matrix equation. So let's do that. So that will be 1/10 times 3, 2, 1, 4. And this one here is 4 minus 2 minus 1, 3. And then this is x, y equals. On the left side, it should always be on the left side. This will be 1/10, 3, 2, 1, 4 times 1, 12. And then this one here, it's like it's an A inverse times A. When you multiply the inverse of a matrix by the matrix, you get the identity matrix. So here you don't do any multiplication. You use this property that A inverse times A is I. A times A inverse is also I. This one here, it will be I times xy. The I is for identity. And this one, you write 1/10 as it is, and then multiply this row by this column. 3 times 1, 3 plus 1 times 2, 12. 2 times, then you are done with first row because there's only one column. Second row by this column. 2 times 1, 2 plus 4 times 2, 48. This one here, when you multiply a matrix by the identity, it leaves that matrix unchanged. An identity matrix times a matrix is that matrix. A matrix times the identity matrix is that matrix. So when you multiply a matrix by its identity, that matrix remain unchanged. So this matrix here, it will be x, y equals 1/10, 15, 50. Now we can now multiply these entries by these 1/10. So this is xy equals 15 times 1 over 10, 1 over 10 times 50. So this is 5, 5 here 2, 5 here 3, and this will give us x, y equals 3 over 2, 5. Therefore, x equals 3 over 2 and y equals 5. Remember, we are being asked to solve. You don't leave your answer like this. This is part of the working. The answer should be expressed in this form where you state the value of x and the value of y. The top number is the value of x, the bottom number is the value of y. So this is how you solve matrix equation, simultaneous equation using the matrix method. First, you form a matrix equation. There are marks for this. And then you find the inverse. Finding the inverse, you have to let A or let B or let C be this matrix. Then find the determinant. Before you find the inverse, you have to find the determinant. How do you find the determinant? Multiply this, subtract the product here, which is 12 minus negative 2 times negative 1, it's positive. That's why it's 12 minus 2, which is 10. How do you find the inverse? You take the reciprocal of this, you invert it, which is 1 over 10. 10 over 1 becomes 1 over 10. And then you multiply by the matrix. You don't multiply by this matrix. You do something to this matrix. You interchange the numbers in the leading diagonal, change the signs of numbers in this diagonal. This diagonal, you don't swap there. You just change the signs. These ones, you interchange them. 4 takes the position of 3, 3 takes the position of 4. And then on the left side of the equal sign, you multiply by the inverse. The inverse must be on the left side. And then here, you don't do any multiplication because of this property. The inverse times the matrix is the identity. And then you multiply by a matrix, and then ultimately you get your answer here as this one. Don't leave your answer like this. Leave your answer in solution form. That is that. Thank you.